morning, I'm Agustín Zepeda for NewZtar Intelligence. Here is your global briefing for Wednesday, June 3, 2026. An Iranian drone attack has struck Kuwait's main airport, killing at least one person and injuring dozens more. The strike violates existing ceasefire agreements and reportedly also targeted U.S. bases in the region. Kuwait has closed its airspace, forcing commercial flight cancellations across the Gulf. But here is where the coverage diverges. American media emphasizes U.S. base targeting and ceasefire violations, while European outlets focus primarily on civilian casualties. Middle Eastern media provides minimal prominent coverage, and Indian outlets angle on practical aviation disruptions for regional travelers. Ukraine has launched its largest drone assault yet on St Petersburg, coinciding with Putin's flagship economic forum in the city. Russia claims it destroyed 82 Ukrainian drones over a 12-hour period and closed Moscow airports. Russian counterstrikes killed at least 22 people in Ukrainian cities. But here is where the coverage diverges. American and European media frame this as a massive Ukrainian offensive success, an embarrassment for Putin, while Russian state media emphasizes successful air defense and minimizes damage. Western outlets focus on scale and timing. Russian media presents routine defensive operations. President Trump has publicly confirmed calling Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu, quote, fucking crazy, and accused Israel of complicating his Iran peace negotiations. The extraordinary public rift comes as Iran tests ceasefire agreements with strikes on Kuwait. Trump claims Israel's military posture is undermining his diplomatic efforts with Tehran. But here is where the coverage diverges. American media focuses on domestic political fallout and evangelical voter reactions, while Middle Eastern outlets emphasize the fracturing of the U.S.-Israel alliance as a strategic shift. European media frames this as unprecedented diplomatic breakdown. Russian outlets highlight Western alliance chaos. The Swiss National Bank has unexpectedly slashed interest rates by 50 basis points to just 0.5% in an emergency move that caught markets off guard. The aggressive cut signals growing concern about European economic stability. The dollar has surged 0.5% against the franc following the announcement. But here is where the coverage diverges. European media frames this as a concerning signal of deepening economic crisis requiring emergency action, while American outlets emphasize dollar strength and currency trading opportunities. Chinese state media highlights this as evidence of Western financial system instability. Hungary has lifted its two-year blockade of Ukraine's European Union accession process, removing the last major obstacle to Kyiv's membership path. The surprise reversal by Prime Minister Orban comes as Ukraine demonstrates military capabilities with deep strikes into Russia. No public explanation has been provided for the policy shift. But here is where the coverage diverges. European outlets treat this as a historic breakthrough for Ukrainian integration, while Russian media dismisses it as symbolic posturing with no practical impact. American media provides minimal coverage despite strategic implications, and Chinese outlets frame it as NATO expansion by another name. SpaceX is pursuing a fixed-price initial public offering that would value the company at $1.75 trillion, making it potentially the largest IPO in history. The valuation exceeds the entire market capitalization of most Fortune 500 companies. The offering comes as Elon Musk publicly apologized for controversial posts supporting President Trump. But here is where the coverage diverges. American business media focuses on the historic valuation and market opportunity, while European outlets emphasize Musk's political controversies as risk factors. Chinese state media questions whether political conflicts with the Trump administration could affect SpaceX government contracts, and Russian media highlights Western tech bubble concerns. That is your NewZtar Intelligence briefing for Wednesday, June 3, 2026. News in every angle, every morning. I'm Agustín Zepeda. Stay informed.